Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he posted too many copyrighted movie scenes and is now on the run from the FBI.
FBI, open up!
These are the jokes. There are no refunds available. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about the Evil Bumblebee. And no, we're not talking about Stinger, and we're not talking about that one movie scene from the BB movie where Bumblebee turned evil slightly, and we're not even talking about Bug Bite. What I'm talking about today is something that's very niche, but has quite a bit of an interesting backstory amidst the Transformers gaming community. And yes, this ties back to Transformers the game. A game that I've been covering a lot recently in this channel. And well, by recently I only mean like one video, but one video is pretty much a big deal, so yeah. Anyways, before we go on, before we degrade, if you guys want to submit your own My Brother Couldn't Be Here Today jokes, or even submit some fan art for me to showcase, consider joining our Discord server. There we talk about Transformers, some wild theories, or you can even recommend some videos for me to do in the future. I can't guarantee I will do all of them, or I can't guarantee I will add all of your jokes into any of my videos, but I often get my jokes from there, and I'm taking a bigger effort to showcase some fan art stuff. Whole gamer nights on Friday where we just goof around and play games like Among Us, Garlic Phone, and others. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to join using the link in the description down below. But remember, you need to be 13 plus to join. Anyways, not that that's out of the way, let's talk about the Evil Bumblebee. For all intents and purposes, I kinda wanna call Stinger, but at the same time, not really. Now, I briefly talked about this topic a long time ago when I did my Transformers movie Iceberg video, which, people have been asking me to do a part 2, and I will, eventually. I'm not a fan of making long videos, but lately, since that's all I've been doing, I kinda wanna make some shorter videos. But yeah, in there I cover a thing called Evil Bumblebee. Now, when I did the Iceberg for the first time, I didn't exactly knew what Evil Bumblebee was. I had a based idea of what it was, but not entirely. So Evil Bumblebee is an unused character from the first Transformers movie game ever, Transformers the game. The reason why I'm talking about this character now is because recently, in my last video, which you guys have probably seen, this 15-year-old Transformers game just got a huge update in 2022. YouTuber and modder Digital Arctic spent 4 years working on an update for this game, refining some of the gameplay, fixing some glitches, adding new characters, new levels, changing the story quite a bit. I've been playing the game, having a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna do a let's play of it very soon because a lot of you guys seem to be interested in that. But that's not the point. Something that I really liked about his mod is the ability to change characters. And yeah, I know, that sounds like a given, that's something that would be in the base game, but no, in the original game you couldn't change characters. You did missions, and whatever Decepticon or Autobot you got on that mission, you were stuck with for the rest of the game until you do another mission. It wasn't a very well thought out system, and the game was pretty incomplete, which is why, base things like this were not added into the game. But the point is that amidst all the Autobots and Decepticons that you could play as in this game, including the likes of 2007 Shoutouts and a few others, you now have access to Evil Bumblebee. This of course drew in some attention because not everyone knows the backstory of Evil Bumblebee, or much less where he comes from. Now, Evil Bumblebee is an unused character from 2007, and he isn't the only unused character. Apparently, there was a Pepsi drone that was supposed to be playable. Ratchet, who clearly appears in the cutscenes of the game, was also suspiciously missing from the base game. Hell, Brawl and Bone Crusher were not even playable in the base game, but thanks to the mod, they were all added. With the exception of Ratchet, because he's the most unfinished character out there.
Why you bully me?
But Digital Arctic still managed to sneak him into the game. Now, the thing about Evil Bumblebee here is that he's kind of a creepypasta in itself. If you don't know what a creepypasta is, think of it like an internet horror story, like Jeff the Killer, the Slender Man, or a bunch of other nonsensical and very bad stories. People have made entire theories and scary stories around this Evil Bumblebee character, like being like, the red is because he has killed so many humans, he landed on Earth, lost his memories, is now on a killing rampage, destroying cities, berserker style, you know? Essentially, it's basically the equivalent of playground scary story rumors, like saying, hey man, you know my uncle has a scary basement where he keeps his animators and voice actors hostage, forcing them to work on this movie. Kinda like that. The reason why Evil Bumblebee is not very well known amongst, the Transformers community is because he's fairly niche. Like, the fandom as a whole is pretty divided if you ask me. There's G1 fans, animated fans, movie fans, Prime fans. And not everyone has played Transformers the game, or much less know about all the all-new stuff that there is out there for that game. And Evil Bumblebee just happens to be one of those cases. Digital Artec, the guy who basically made the Transformers the game update, added his own take on what the Evil Bumblebee character is supposed to be. Quote unquote, Evil Bumblebee is an odd case. From what I heard, it sounds like he was made as a placeholder enemy type in the earliest stages of the game development, before they made the other drones or finished the other characters. Basically, they just copy what they had finished with Bumblebee and reskin him to be a placeholder enemy just for gameplay testing purposes. The fact that an actual Evil Bumblebee character, Stinger, appears in the latter movies is really an uncanny coincidence. When you play as Evil Bumblebee in Transformers the game, he's actually a Decepticon character. Shocker, am I right? He plays almost exactly like Bumblebee with a few exceptions. He has some moves that Bumblebee doesn't have. But for the most part, they're both pretty much the same character. Except that Evil Bumblebee has some ridiculous firepower. Like, look at this! Holy not even Bro has this type of firepower, and that's ridiculous. But Evil Bumblebee has become a bit of an urban legend amidst the people who know about the Transformers the game community, because everyone's just so bewildered as to why he's here. Like, I don't, like, unlike previous times where I covered, cut movie characters like Slowgarm and Salvage, where, had comic appearances to develop their stories and, explain what they were doing, who they were, and stuff like that. Or even cut characters completely like Springer and Depth Charge, in which I could be like, ah yes, they were gonna use Depth Charge for this scene in the ocean to fight the Fallen and showcase how powerful he is. Or Springer was meant to be there, but he was caught here and he was supposed to die in this place. Like, I could, like, make the connections even there, be like, yeah, they were probably gonna use him that way, or they were probably gonna use that one that way, or stuff like that. But Evil Bumblebee is so weird. I think Digital Artec's theory of him just being a placeholder for an enemy type that wasn't in the game is probably the most likely possibility as to what his original role in the game was supposed to be. Just, just a character, a random, stitched together character to just try out some stuff and make sure that the game is running smoother. Well, as smoothly as possible. The original base game wasn't exactly a smooth experience. But yeah, that's actually about it. Like, I'm sorry if this is a bit of an underwhelming ending, but Evil Bumblebee's just that. Bumblebee, but and we don't have anything else to, like, latch onto that tells us where this character came from and what his original plan was. He's Bumblebee, bad evil, and he doesn't have any voice lines in the game, unlike any of the other characters in the roster. Even Francie has voice lines, he's not even playable! But the fact that this character will later go on to sort of appear in the movies in the form of Stinger is very uncanny. I almost feel like Michael Bay probably ripped off this game in order to make Stinger. But in all honesty, I think, like, the whole backstory or lore surrounding Evil Bumblebee is more interesting than Evil Bumblebee himself. Listen, the Transformers fandom is very well known for taking matters into their own hands. Like, we're not getting a sequel to The Last Night, we're getting a reboot instead, which in my opinion is probably for the best. Some fans still want to see a Transformers 6, so what do? They make their own movie, The Rise of Unicron. Hasbro's not giving us any good Transformers games, so what do the fans do? They mod an old one and make it better in the form of Transformers the Game 2.0. This random character appeared in the background for like 5 seconds, and now for the last 30 years people have been making theories around him. Is this guy supposed to be, does this guy turn into Ultra Magnus? Did he die in the war, or did he turn into a mercenary and betrayed Optimus Prime? Like, us Transformers fans have a weird tendency to take the most minor characters out there and make huge elaborate backstories of them. Hell, one of Transformers' more popular videos is about, a random train in the background, which in my opinion, while there's not exactly any strong piece of evidence that says, yes, that is a complete Decepticon and not just a filming error, it's still fun to speculate and come up with these elaborate backstories. Not that random error actually has lore relevance and now he's Astro Train. This kind of stuff is cool and it's just something that Transformers fans just like doing, period. Evil Bumblebee here is no exception. Because of like the blood-like, smudges on him and the way he runs, Evil Bumblebee has, I think, suffers from the uncanny effect of something moving way faster than it actually is. And if you don't know what the uncanny valley is, think of like looking at someone's face. If you're looking at a regular person's face, you're like, yeah, that's a person. But if you look at, at something that's, let's say, a bit more lifeless, like a robot, like trying to pretend to be human, you see that there's something wrong with that. You're like, it's not supposed to look like that. There's something about, Ed looking different that creeps you out. Evil Bumblebee, when people access his files, they found out that he moves surprisingly fast. Like, look at this. That might look goofy to some people, but it's a bit uncanny when you're actually playing and this guy just appears out of nowhere and jump scares you. I actually got jump scared by this guy twice when I was playing Transformers the game. You guys saw it on my previous video. Wait, what the frick? Wait, what the hell are you? Wait, who's that guy? Whoa. Wait, what was that? What's up? What was that? Oh my god, I hear it behind me. The original game, like, having that weird Bumblebee. Wait, what? Whoa. What? Wait, no, step away! Jesus, that scared me! There's something about the way he just appears out of nowhere and, like, walks so fast, like... and that's actually probably another thing. No matter how hard you try to run, Evil Bumblebee will always get you. Like, even if you're not afraid of this, the just mere thought of someone, that for a fact is gonna catch you, it's scary. It's not pee your pants scary, at least that wasn't the case. But in your subconscious monkey brain, it's definitely something that will get you, even if you don't want to acknowledge it or even if you think it doesn't bother you. Evil Bumblebee has become an urban legend, much like Bloody Girl from Invader Sim. It's something that does exist, but it probably got blown off way off proportion. But interestingly enough, Evil Bumblebee is not that popular in YouTube search results or anything like that. I see the discussion around this character to be very minor. And that is because this particular character is mostly constrained to Transformers the game. A kind of niche game that, well, a lot of people played, a lot of other people still haven't played. Like, in my last video talking about the game, there was a lot of you guys who haven't played this game or even heard of it. I mean, the base game, of course. So here's hoping that this video will bring some new light to this urban legend, which I think deserves more attention. But yeah. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on Evil Bumblebee here. Does he scare you? Does he not scare you? Did you knew about him? Did you not knew about him? And why do you think he was added into the game? I think Digital Arctic made a really good point that he was just probably there for testing purposes and that was just about it. It's clean, it's simple, and I think it works. But the fact that they still went out their way to, make him out to look this way, change his color scheme quite drastically, I'm like, that was probably about it, but I feel like they could have also probably saved him up for something more important in the game. I'm definitely not saying that that an Evil Bumblebee was supposed to be seen in the original 2007 movie, but I am saying that maybe there's more to this guy than meets the eye. But hey, that's just a theory. A trans theory. Thanks for watching. I plan to do more Transformers the game later on. After this video, I guess I'll upload another video, let's play video of me just trying out Transformers the game, beating the story mode and stuff like that. And if you guys enjoy that video, I might add Squeaker to it. He can play the All About campaign and I could play the Decepticon campaign if something that interests you guys. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our amazing Patreons: Xavier the God, Stitch Productions, Scrub Lordo, Allspark Studio, Epic Nin, Lord Racer, Transformers Gears and Brawn, that's quite a long name, Optination Reviews, Joshua, and even bigger shout out to our even bigger Patreons, Jordan the Great and XNori23, who donate a amount of money. By donating to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get a shout out to you and your YouTube channels in the description down below. You get to collab with me in some of my videos if you so choose to. You can request some artwork from me, request your own videos, get exclusive early access to some of my videos and some other projects that I have in the background which I haven't shown yet. And I'm constantly updating the Patreon with brand new rewards and other stuff that I plan to do in the future. But keep in mind that this is entirely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you guys so much for donating, it's so much appreciated, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys!